Hello, this is News Now, reaching you live from iBrandTV News Studios in Lagos, Nigeria. Coming up, students of the Federal University of Technology Akure blocked the ever-busy Akure-Ilesha Highway, protesting death of their colleague. Oyo High School or High Court grants an ex parte motion restraining DSS and Attorney General from arresting, intimidating Sunday Igboho. Foreign investors to the equities market withdraw a total of $116.72 billion in 6 months. U.S. President Joe Biden asks New York Governor Andrew Cuomo to resign. Hello again, and thanks very much for joining us on News Now. Here are stories making headlines this hour. I'm Michael Nath. We begin with the latest development on the trial of Sunday Adeyemo, popularly known as Sunday Igboho. The Department of State Services on Wednesday arraigned all 12 detained aides of Sunday Igboho before the Federal High Court in Abuja. This comes less than 72 hours after the court ordered the agency to produce all aides of the Yoruba Nation agitator. We'll bring you details in our subsequent bulletins. Still on Igboho's case, Justice Lydian Akintola of Oyo High Court has granted an ex parte motion restraining the Department of State Services and Attorney General of the Federation from arresting, intimidating, harassing, and blocking bank accounts of Sunday Igboho. The order was granted following an ex parte motion moved by his lawyer Yomi Aliu at the court of Wednesday. The motion developed from the originating motion seeking 500 billion naira damages for invasion of his home in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, on July the 1st. Aliu expressed confidence that AGF Abubakar Malami will not disobey the court order, stressing that it was given directly against his office. Hearing of the suit was adjourned to August the 18th. Now, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu says Lagos had been recording a daily average of 6 deaths at its isolation centers the last week. The governor, who spoke at the State House in Alausa, disclosed that there had been an eightfold increase in infection rate in Lagos, resulting in 4,300 confirmed cases in July alone, while 352 patients were admitted into the state to run isolation facilities.
Once again, fellow Lagosians, and in line with our commitment to continually update you on the progress of our collective fight against the COVID-19 pandemic, the third wave is already here with us. As much as we would have wished for a more positive outcome, we do not have a choice than to tackle it and to tackle it head-on. As I noted in my last address, which was on the 10th of July 2021, from the beginning of July, we had started to experience an increase in the number of daily confirmed cases of COVID-19 in Lagos State. It had become necessary for us to deploy our telemedicine, which we used in managing our positive patients. And in the same vein, we have launched an home care-based program, which is driven by our Eco Telemeds call center. This home care-based program had worked in delivering our care packs to our asymptomatic patients. And if you have any symptoms, like we continue to say, that is associated with COVID-19, or that you think you have tested positive to the virus, we'll continue to encourage you to take advantage by reaching us on our Eco Telemeds, which is a toll-free number. We now have confirmed cases of the third wave, and we're exploring all avenues to possibly ramp up access to vaccination so as to reach what we see as a global herd immunity of about 60% of the population.
More Nigerians are expressing disappointment over the indictment of Nigerian Super Cop ABBA by the FBI. Our correspondent Wale Famasupe sample the opinions of some Nigerians in this regard.
The issue of ABBA is an indictment to the police, including the presidency, because why is that right from day one, President believed in ABBA and believed in Magu. See how Magu end up, and the same thing ABBA end up. See, when you don't go do the right thing, that thing will always backfire to you.
He is not a man that will be committing this. Somewhere along the line, I think he wants to be used as a scapegoat. Because that's our perception. Because this same guy had been working for the Police Service Commission. Because he's a policeman, he's a top-ranking intelligent policeman. Along the line, there is a discord. Because if he has had this type of tendencies, it would have been made to go since.
Yes, the removal of or replacement of Abba Kyari, the former Police Secret Service or Response Squad team, is a welcome idea, you know. Abba Kyari should have lived by example. He could not have just committed what he committed. He could not have done that. It is bad. It is one of the ills and the chaos of our society that a policeman that is supposed to live an exemplary life, you know, committed that kind of offense.
The Independent National Electoral Commission has called on the leadership of the judiciary and the Nigeria Bar Association to curb multiple orders and judgments by courts of coordinate jurisdiction on election matters. INEC made reference to the November the 6th Anambra State Governorship poll, saying the legion of orders and judgments could erode its powers, compromise its independence, and affect the timelessness of the 2023 general elections. INEC National Commissioner and Chairman, Information and Voter Education Committee, Festus Okoye, raised the alarm yesterday at the implementation meeting of the Voter Education and Publicity Department in Awka, the Anambra State capital. He said, quote, "The leadership of the Bar Association and the leadership of the judiciary must wade into this descent to forum shopping and the multiplicity of orders and judgments from courts of coordinate jurisdiction. This is urgent, it is imperative, and cannot be carried over to the 2023 general elections," end of quote. Okoye further lamented that it was becoming increasingly hard for court orders and judgments to be obeyed because the antics of aspirants and candidates. In commemoration of the 2021 World Breastfeeding Week, the Program Director, Development Communications Network, Akin Jimo, has urged nursing mothers to embrace exclusive breastfeeding. According to Jimo, exclusive breastfeeding would help reduce the rate of under-5 deaths in Nigeria if embraced to mothers and all stakeholders in child care. Jimo called for increased awareness on exclusive breastfeeding as it would help provide the best start in life for every child if embraced. Jimo noted that research has also shown that mothers who breastfed have a reduced risk of type 2 diabetes and certain cancers, such as breast cancer, and they may find it easier to return to what they weighed before they got pregnant, and it strengthens the bond with their children. Now, students of the Federal University of Technology, Akure, on Tuesday blocked the ever-busy Akure-Ilesha Highway, protesting the death of their colleague, Daniel Akinyele, who died at the institution's clinic. The students alleged the school authority of negligence, which they say led to the death of the 200-level student of software engineering. The protest left several road users and travelers stranded for several hours.
And disheartening that at this point we are faced with health challenges and security issues. Amidst the insecurity issues on campus and in the economy nationally, as at 11 a.m. this morning, yesterday night, 11 p.m., we were faced with a very big task of getting our students down to the FMC Owo. Now we called the university management to request for ambulance, where they told us they don't have fuel to fill the bus. It is with deep regret that out of 18,460 registered FUTArians on this campus, where in the breakdown of the tuition fee, 500 naira for health center. If we are calculating 500 naira multiplied by 18,460 students, we'll be having nothing less than 19.3 or 19.2 million naira yearly. And as at now, we really don't have a standard health center. We can't have emergency issues sorted out by the university management.
The chairman, PDP National Reconciliation Committee and former Senate President BUKOLA Saraki has expressed optimism that the misunderstanding between the aggrieved party chieftains in Oyo State will soon be put to rest. And his committee has held a constructive discussion with all factions. Saraki said the party will adopt internal conflict resolution mechanism to resolve all contending issues to repositioning the party greater success, but at the state and the national levels.
PDP family, we have all resolved, all the parties, to work very closely together under the leadership of our performing governor, Sheyi Makinde, and all the different areas of differences, all decided to put it aside and work towards ensuring that PDP is victorious not only in the state and the national. I am doing my best. Those who have not been fully recognized will be fully recognized. And they have said, once that is done by the governor, they're good to go and they're ready to work and work towards him. So it's just to start implementing those and rolling that down the line.
The Oyo State Police Command has arrested suspected kidnappers of Mrs. ADERIYIKE ONI-SALAWU'S, who is the wife of Oyo State All Progressives Congress youth leader. The Oyo State Commissioner of Police, Ngozi Onadeko, made this disclosure on Tuesday while parading members of armed robbery and kidnap syndicate apprehended by officers and men of the command to the command's headquarters, Elele, Ibadan.
23rd of May, I was coming from my office around after 10. So when I got to the gate, I dropped from the car, wanted to open the gate. So I saw two guys that came to me with a gunshot. So then I was taken away immediately. They took me to a Camry vehicle and blindfolded me. It was a bad experience, sincerely speaking. It really gave me a bad trauma. Anyway, they normally give me food, not really bread, water. At times, a threat will come out of one of them will start threatening me. He's going to kill me. He's going to do this. They needed money. I should bring money, and they were negotiating with my husband during that period.
In swift response to evolving criminal trends, as the lead agency on internal security, the command, through purposeful-driven intelligence, redesigned its operational and tactical architecture to comprehensively engage and surpass these challenges with the full cooperation of relevant sister agencies in strategic concert with local hunters, the vigilantes, and non-state actors. In furtherance to this, I wish to crave the indulgence of the people of Oyo State to be unrelenting in furnishing the police with timely, precise, accurate, and actionable information.
You're watching News Now from iBrandTV, Lagos. African News. After this break, stay with us.
Make you go buy fresh palm fruits. When you reach house, you go wash, you go pound, your body go dey pain you, even your fingernails go dey pain you. But make una no worry, make una relax. I get good news for una. Una don hear of Banga fresh palm fruit extract. All you need to do na make you go for the up, open am. Take the amount wey you want, put am for your pot. Which soup you wan make? Shey na egusi, shey na ogbono, shey na vegetable, shey na banga. My sister no waste time again. My brother no waste time again. Just go buy Banga fresh palm fruit extract. They go know say you sabi cook and you be better cook.
Banga, come make your food yummy yum. Distributors needed nationwide. Phone number 081 63 974447, 080 35 644436, 070 66 63 8213. Banga Fresh Pam.
Welcome back. Tunisia's powerful labor union has urged the president on Tuesday to rapidly announce a new government that should be small and led by an experienced premier after the seized executive control in the move his opponents called a coup. President Kais Saied has defended his actions as constitutional and said he will govern alongside a new prime minister during an emergency period, but 9 days after his intervention, he has yet to name one. We cannot wait 30 days for the announcement of a government, said Sami Tahir, a spokesman for the UGTT Union, one of Tunisia's most powerful political forces. Taboubi said later on state television later on Tuesday that the cabinet should be small and headed by somebody who experienced sending a positive message to both Tunisians and international lenders. United Nations Aid Chief Martin Griffiths said on Tuesday that accusations by Ethiopian authorities that aid workers were favoring and even arming Tigrayan forces were dangerous. Tigrayan forces pushed south and west into the neighboring Amhara region and have displaced 200,000 people, where Griffiths said, and 54,000 in Afar region to the east. The war erupted 8 months ago between Ethiopia's central government and the region's ruling party, the Tigray People's Liberation Front. Amhara's spokesperson, Agassi Chiu Mulene, confirmed the number of displaced people in Amhara. Foreign news now. U.S. President Joe Biden joined leading Democrats Tuesday in calling on powerful New York Governor Andrew Cuomo to resign after an independent investigation concluded that he sexually harassed multiple women. Cuomo, who drew praise nationwide for his early pandemic response, denied inappropriate conduct and resisted immediate calls to quit after the probe found he harassed current and former New York state employees. But his position was looking increasingly untenable late Tuesday after Biden and House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said the three-term governor should step down and state lawmakers moved to impeach him. The explosive report detailed allegations by 11 women that paint a deeply disturbing yet clear picture of a pattern of abusive behavior by Cuomo and his senior staff, Attorney General Letitia James said, announcing the findings. Now, a blast near the office of Afghanistan's main security agency wounded 3 people on Wednesday, hours after a bomb and gun attack on a minister's compound brought surging Taliban violence to the capital. The Taliban claimed responsibility for the late Tuesday car bomb and gun attack on the home of acting defense minister Bismillah Mohammadi. This was no immediate claim for the Wednesday blast. Mohammadi survived the attack on his compound in a heavily fortified part of Kabul. But the violence was a stark illustration of the deterioration in security as U.S.-led foreign forces complete their withdrawal and the insurgents seize swathes of territory. You're watching News Now here on iBrandTV Lagos. Sport News with JUDICIARY.
Welcome to the sports update. I am JUDICIARY. Now, the Spanish football top league announced on Wednesday it has agreed in principle to sell 10% of its business to private equity firm CVC Capital Partners for 2.7 billion euros to help finance long-term growth. The deal, the very first of its type by a major European league, values La Liga at 24.2 billion euros and is due to be ratified by the La Liga and CVC boards later Wednesday, according to a statement. It comes after Spanish clubs, like many across Europe, grapple with a huge drop in revenues as the pandemic forces matches to be played in empty stadiums. The move follows the collapse 4 months ago of plans by 12 leading football teams, including Real Madrid, Barcelona and Atletico Madrid, to create a European Super League. And moving on, former ex-Super Eagles coach Samson Siasia has taken his battle against the 5-year ban imposed on him by the World Football Governing Body FIFA to a New York, United States federal court, claiming that only the U.S. government can charge him for alleged bribery. According to a statement, Siasia is arguing that FIFA infringed on his constitutional rights when it convicted him of bribery and booted him out of this organization. The coach, who won Olympic silver and bronze medals with Nigeria's under-23 teams on 2 separate occasions in 2008 and 2016, wants the New York court to overturn his conviction, a 50,000 Swiss franc fine returned, his 5-year coaching ban reversed, and damages awarded for the alleged civil rights violation. The case, Siasia versus Federation International de Football Association, case number 121 CV 06516, was filed in the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York on Monday. And that's all for now on Sports Updates. Michael, take it away.
Many thanks, Judici. Up next is business news. The federal government has directed the Nigerian Sovereign Investment Authority to source $200 million for settlement of International Court on Arbitration in Paris, award in favor of the Chinese firm Sunrise Power and Transmission Company Limited. Officials of the Federal Ministry of Power said the government had agreed to pay the sum and had mandated INEC to work out measures for settling the debt. The $200 million settlement offer was to compensate Sunrise Power for the unlawful termination of the contract for the 1,525 megawatts Mambela hydropower project and the re-award of the same to another Chinese firm. Based on terms, the settlement, Sunrise is expected to relinquish all claims to the project once the requirements contained in the agreement with the federal government were settled. The National Pensions Commission's new app, which will automate the yearly pre-retirement verification and enrollment, is being tested, run from today, August the 2nd to 2020. Now, the test run is done with real-time data on selected ministries, departments and agencies in the 6 geopolitical zones and the Federal Capital Territory, FCT. The app has the capabilities to register, verify and enroll prospective retirees of Treasury-funded federal government MDAs. Accordingly, the application would be hosted on PENCOM website www.pencom.gov.ng. PENCOM Director General Aisha Dair Umar, at a briefing in Lagos, said that the emergence of the pandemic necessitated a review of business processes across various organizations. The Nigerian Exchange Limited has revealed that foreign investors in the equities market withdrew a total of $116.72 billion from January to June this year. According to the NGX Domestic and Foreign Portfolio Investment Report for June 2021, foreign investors invested a total of 105.24 billion naira in the market, representing a year-on-year drop by 57.44% from 247.27 billion naira recorded in the corresponding period of 2020. However, they took out a 116.72 billion naira, amounting to a 75.78% decrease from 481.93 billion naira in the corresponding period of 2020. The net foreign portfolio investment value, which is foreign inflows less outflows, stood at minus that is 11.48 billion naira, as foreign investors withdrew more gains from the exchange than they put in as of June the 30th. However, the NGX revealed in the report that foreign transactions in the NGX over 14 years increased by 18.45% from 616 billion naira in 2007 to 729 billion naira as of 2020. The Ministry of Mines and Steel Development has bemoaned the activities of the Bayelsa State government and the indigenous pressure groups, which it accused of hampering efforts by the federal government to collect revenue in the state. The federal mines officer in charge of Bayelsa State Inspectorate, Engineer Fadere Ukwemi, made this known during an interview with our correspondent JSS.
It's a punishable offense. It's a criminal offense. So, and we observe when we go to this stage that it has started, it has existed, the fight has been existing. Number one, principal agent is the Bayelsa State Ministry of Environment, through, and not only that state, sessions, different departments of that ministry. Also, youth, community, internal revenue, local government, and many more like that. Anybody can just wake up and give a demand notice. 800,000, believing that he's entitled to mines, dredgers. One, it will not allow them to pay the correct revenue to federal government. Two, most of them evade because they are paid to some people. We find it difficult to, some of them will not even pay to government, to federal government again.
Even as we speak, one of the groups went ahead to go and stop operation in one of my members' dumps. Right now as we speak, they are coming in their numbers. So many groups, not 1, 2, 3. There are even more than 10 groups coming in the name of some, in the name of Ministry of Environment, Internal Revenue, and all the rest. When they come, they will force our members to collect this multiple taxation we are talking about. Each group will sometimes, it's like Ministry of Environment. The demand notice we have received this year is more than 3. From only that ministry. Internal revenue, the same thing. And pressure groups, the same thing. This is really affecting our business. That's the highest challenge we have.
Up next is entertainment news. Nollywood veteran Hilda has cautioned those who have become famous for calling men scum. The visibly worried movie star made this known in a video released via her Instagram page on Wednesday, August the 4th, 2021. She remarked, "There are a lot of men and women who would break hearts. It does not make them scum. It just means that it did not work for the two of you. And so you can't look at a creature created by God and nurtured by a woman, and because of one person, and make such a bogus statement, all men are scum." Nollywood star actress Kate Henshaw has hinted on a major vice in the Nigerian film industry. Recently shared tweets as clearly upset Henshaw said that the industry consists of individuals willing to betray colleagues for selfish reasons. However, she has maintained a clean slate by being professional. The actress tweeted, quote, "In an industry like mine, there are some who will stab you on the back just for the chance to be given a meal. But I have always prided myself in being 100% professional. It took me years, and no daughter of Eve will tarnish it." What the inspiration behind Henshaw's tweet is unclear. She shared another tweet targeted as slanderers. And it's on that note we draw the curtain on News Now today. Thanks very much for watching. I'm Michael Nath.